I wanted to do a rant on the typical idea of beauty. Recently, I've been in moods where I just feel the need to let everyone that is in my life, I just want to let them know that I love them and that they're important to me, and it would hurt, it would devastate me if anything happened to them, and that I'm thinking of them, and they're fantastic, and I've put I invest a lot of time in making other people know that they're important. But the fact that so many, and I'm speaking particularly about girls in society, that they feel particularly like they are not beautiful because of, whatever. The girl in the magazine that is, her boobs are size D and she's, 5'10" and she's creepily thin. It's not necessarily even because of that. It just stems from particularly examples in your life. Personally, I don't feel insecure from looking at a magazine and saying, "Oh, she's beautiful." Mostly because in my mind it's saying, "Oh, whoever photographed this is beautiful." It stems from, and personally, it's movies. I have so many movies. I have shelves of movies, and I love movies because I like being able to see a little bit of myself in a character, in like a live action way, I guess. Let me think of a movie. John Turturro's Kate, Brittany Snow. I feel like she's like the girl that sits in the corner, that no one, invisible. Yeah, I relate to that, but I relate to that in a way that she does it better than me. The fact that we can get an idea of such a broad or inconclusive word like beautiful that encompasses so many things, that we can narrow it down to blonde hair, blue eyes, 5'10", 100 pounds. Like, that we can narrow it down to that is crazy. The phrase "I'm not good enough" has become so set in especially teenage girls' minds, and I'm not specifically saying teenage girls because I think, teenage boys don't have this problem. It's more because I am a teenage girl. Most of my friends are teenage girls. I know what goes on in their minds, and I know what goes on in my mind. It's just what I can talk about with a little bit of background. But the phrase "I'm not good enough" has become such a staple. Like, just because you don't think you're good enough doesn't mean you aren't. And again, being beautiful does not depend on what other people think. Even if other people do not think you're beautiful, you are beautiful. Like, I don't know how to say it because so many people do not believe they're beautiful, and it drives me insane. Because if you don't believe something, you don't believe it. You do what you believe, and if you don't believe you're beautiful, no amount of convincing is going to get you to believe you're beautiful. I don't care who's watching this. You're beautiful. Like, it doesn't matter if you have some bad qualities, you have some flaws. Just because other people say beautiful is 5'9", blonde hair down to here. Beautiful is such a broad thing. Like, a film can be beautiful. An article of clothing can be beautiful, a photograph can be beautiful, a person can be beautiful, a moment can be beautiful. And it's just such a wide thing that the fact that it could get narrowed down into a cookie cutter, "this is beautiful," is, I don't even understand how it got to that point. But it is not the only thing that is beautiful. Like, I can't say it enough. Like, beauty is not something that is shown by hitting a checklist. It's shown by something, your good characteristics, your your opinion, any of it can be beautiful. And just because you're not A, B, C, or D doesn't mean you're not beautiful. And if you stop comparing yourself to other girls that are more beautiful, then you let go of all of that. You know that term, beauty is in the eye of the beholder? In a way, I can sort of see where it's coming from, but in another, it's like, that's bullshit. Beauty's in everything. And I may be one of those people that just sees beauty in a place where it doesn't exist, but everything's beautiful. No one else should impact beauty. Like, just because someone thinks you're beautiful, well, someone thinks you are not beautiful, doesn't mean that you aren't beautiful. Like, and especially this whole, like, phenomena where high school girls specifically are saying, like, my thighs touch when I sit down, my stomach is not flat, it's insane. And if you condemn yourself for that, you're never going to be released from that. It's going to be something that is always there because it's a part of you. And even if you lose that weight, which you shouldn't, you can for the purpose of being healthy, but for the purpose of image, it's ridiculous. Like, and that goes hand in hand with doing something for someone else, like losing weight for someone else so that they will like you. It's insane. Like, even if you are overweight, you're not fat. Like, that word shouldn't exist at all. Beauty is something that you are, and I don't know how to say it better than that. It's not something that's in the eye of the beholder. It's not something that other people control. It's in what you are. It's in who we are as human beings. The very essence of being human is beauty. And I don't care if magazines or movies or music tells you that you are not beautiful because you do not fit this checklist, or because you're not a bad bitch, or you're not, you don't have a bunch of boyfriends, or you don't have to be something to be beautiful. Whoever's watching this, I'm serious. Like, I don't care what you've done. I don't care who you are. You're beautiful. Just in being you. And everyone's unique. And it's like that phrase, be you because everyone else is taken. It's so true. And I don't know how else to show that. And it drives me crazy when people, when they hate on themselves, they're like, oh, I'm too quiet, I'm not as funny as her, or I'm not, as beautiful as her, or she has better hair. Stop comparing. It's like, she may be better, but you're different, you're you. And just this whole situation, it's like it's just clashing, and it's crazy. Everyone is beautiful, and everyone is individual, and individuality is beautiful. And even if you're not, even if you go with the flow because you think it's safe, you're still beautiful. You're wonderful and lovely and perfect, and just in being. And I think that's where I'm going to end this. Thank you for watching, however long you've stuck in here. Good luck with whatever you're struggling with. You can always, contact me somehow. Send me a message on YouTube. Or if you follow me on Twitter, @TheEmilyFreak. Seriously, like, whatever you're struggling with, it's cool. Whatever. Just let me know. Bye. I think I'm leaving now.